Alright, now it is time for our 8 women's division races, as our 24 divas have entered the track, and here's Paul tells all about race number 1. Alright, first up for the women's division portion of week 21, it will be Felicia Brown, Rila Posey, and Yuka Kojima, our Japanese native from Japan. Everyone is on the clock. Let's make this women's division a nice one. Here we go! Alright, so who's going to be the first winner of the women's division for week 21's action here in wonderful Bismarck, North Dakota? These are sitting on the northern USA. There's only one way to find out, as the 3 divas make their way towards the palm trees and bring down that coconut-shaped fruit. Let's see what happens to the only one. And now the 3 divas are going to eat the fruit, and there they go, missing on the line. And Felicia Brown's going to rest. So it's going to be Rila Posey and Yuka Kojima who will be battling for the lead up in the front, as the first superstar against divas is number 6. And look at that, he's going to leave a couple of Super Chao in the dust, because those Super Chao are going to rest. Like number 1 and number 7 to be exact. Number 1 is way behind the competition, as a matter of fact, as number 2, who wakes up for a nap immediately, takes Divas number 2 of this race, and by now it is Rila Posey who leads over the competition. Wow, number 6 really needed that speed, as he now dominates over the 5 Super Chao, and now catching up to our leader Rila Posey up in the front. He is making his way to the top of the hill, heading into the sapphire portion of course, as Japanese native Yuka Kojima takes a turn now, trying to hold off Felicia Brown for 3rd place at the current moment. And as we pass the 1 minute mark, number 1 is really desperate to get a speed bust every now and then, and it looks like he will get a speed bust. But will we get some more? We'll find out soon enough. Back in front, Rila Posey is starting to get tailgated by number 6, who had a great speed bust early on, and it's the Japanese native who gets another turn. Yuka Kojima makes his 2nd speed bust race, or her 2nd speed bust race. And right now, numbers 2, 1, and 7 are all getting left behind in the competition. But I don't think any one of them will get a speed bust every now and then. It's number 1 who gets it. Now catching up to Yuka Kojima for 4th place. And it looks like Rila Posey has made it to the top of the hill. And it looks like she is taking a snooze. That means number 6 will have a little bit of catching up to do up in the front, as he will get the next SPS, and he can't forget about going to sleep. He now leads over Rila Posey at the current moment. By now, number 7 is getting left behind, and it looks like Felicia Brown's going to rest, as Yuka Kojima takes another turn, making her 1st speed bust of the race. But I don't think she'll have a chance to catch up to Rila Posey. Yep, Rila Posey did get the lead back from number 6. Yuka Kojima making one last effort to stay alive, but as number 7 fights for the line with the next SPS, it looks like Yuka Kojima won't have enough distance to catch up to Rila Posey in the nick of time. As number 7 takes back-to-back speed bust, Rila Posey holds off Yuka Kojima of Japan to win this one. Yuka Kojima will come in 2nd, and number 6, who dominates over 5 Super Chao, will wind up in 3rd place. Head of pack, as number 7 is better to close this one out with a 3rd consecutive speed bust, leaving Felicia Brown and the other Super Chao in the dust. So it's Rila Posey who's back on track. Yep, after a couple losses, she started heading into the right direction, and there's more something coming up. We're just getting started with the women's division. Do not go away. And now, Paul, let's proceed to race number 2. That's right, Brandon. And for race number 2, we have Christina Bennett, the wife of Antonio Bennett, Marie Schneider, the wife of Chris Schneider, and our defending champion, Pauline Carter. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the base! Okay, the next 3 divas, including our defending champion and both wives of the classic go-getters, are on their way, busting down the line towards that rainbow path and into the palm trees, where they're going to shake that coconut-shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And here comes our 3 divas busting down the line, with Maria Chao barely leading over Christina Bennett at the current moment. And it looks like Christina Bennett is going to rest. And Maria Schneider and Pauline Carter are both heading for the water. As Christina Bennett, who wakes up at a snap when see what he does, he's taking the bridges. The other 2 Chao take the water, and right now the Super Chao up in the back are getting left behind in competition as Divas number 2 in this race will be made by number 6, who is fighting for dear life all the way back. Now catching up to number 2 for 5th place in the back. Right now it is our defending champion, Pauline Carter, our first ever women's champion here on Chao Racing. And she currently has a small lead over Maria Schneider, the wife of Chris Schneider, come on, as the next BS will be made by number 1, who's trying to leave the other switch on us, and number 2 for this one, who still seems to be left behind the competition. Right now, guess who is way behind as we pass the 1 minute mark? It's number 8, not 2, but it's number 7 who gets the next class BS, and he dominates over the 4 switch on the come on. Meanwhile, Pauline Carter is starting to get tailgated by Maria Schneider. They're closing on each other. Oh, and down goes Christina Bennett. But look at this, she is catching up to both Pauline and Maria. What's going to happen? We'll find out soon enough. Next BS box to number 2, who's trying to lead number 6 and 8 in the dust. Take a look at number 6 and number 8. Point number 6 and 8 are battling for dear life on the way back. They really need to get some speed bus if he wants to get back in this one. But let's head back to number 2. And now he passed number 1 for 5th place of the pack. Meanwhile, back in front, Pauline Carter, Maria Schneider, and Christina Bennett have reached the top of the hill, and Maria Schneider's quarterbacks. So it's going to be Pauline Carter versus Christina Bennett up in the front. As the next BS we made by number 6. He finally gets a help, but he's still in last place behind the pack. And back in front, it looks like Christina Bennett is going to make the pass from our defending champion, Pauline Carter. As number 8 will get the next command Beavers, trying to lead the other to each other. Looks like Christina Bennett is going to hold on Pauline Carter for another easy victory in a hunt for the 2018 Women's Division title. As number 6 takes another turn, Christina Bennett holds on Pauline Carter, and Maria Schneider to secure an easy victory. Yep, she is now 6 and 2, and his husband Antonio is doing a pretty good job cheering on for her. Coming up, there's more exciting action for you, but first have a look at this. And now, Paul, time for race number 3. You said it, Brandon. Race number 3 will feature our defending 3rd place participant, Howard Benjamin, taking on Nina Holmes and Erica Fells. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock. And let's have a Chao race. Here we go. And there goes Helen, Nina, and Erica. They are busting down the line through that rainbow path. That signalizes the start of the race. And now they're going to shake the coconut shake fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And there goes Harold Benjamin and Nina Holmes. The fellas decided at the end of the race, so he's going to be left behind in the competition. And it looks like Harold Benjamin and Nina Holmes are both heading for the water. As the first superstar gets beat, this is number 7. And look at that, he's going to pass number 1 because he is scoring the best. So number 1 will have to drop down to last place, fighting with number 2 for D-Life. As Howard Benjamin, who is fighting with Nina Holmes up in the front, takes Beavers number 2 in this race as they make their way towards the top of the hill. And it looks like Erica Fells is scoring the best. So he's going to be left behind competition. She's going to need a lot of catching up to do, but he wants to get back in this one as number 6. While the next command is BUS, trying to lead the else to a challenge us. Right now, numbers 1 to 7 are all getting left behind in the competition. We passed the 1 minute mark in space, and number 1 Torrance 1-1 as number 8, who dominates over the 5 to a Chao, takes the next command BUS. Meanwhile, Howard Benjamin and Nina Holmes are both catching up. They're battling bit by bit. Erica Fells seems like she's also catching up to the ground. Which one of them will come on top? We'll find out soon enough. Back to number 8, and he continues to dominate over the 4 spots of the Chao thanks to that back-to-back BUS. Meanwhile, numbers 1 and 2 are getting left behind competition. And down goes number 2. That's going to cost serious damage. Both number 1 and number 2 really need some speedbus, and I mean now. But it's number 7 who will get the next command speedbus. He leads numbers 1 and 2 in the dust. And back up in front, Howard Benjamin and Nina Holmes on the rest. That means Erica Fells will have command on the lead up in the front. The 3 divas are making their way towards the home stretch. As the next BUS we made by number 6. who leads the youngster Chao. That makes his second speed race of the race. And right now, number 2 is going to so he's going to be left behind in the competition all the way in the back of the back. Poor number 2 is not getting any help from the crowd at all. Poor number 2. As number 7 takes his second speed race, you can tell your winner for Erica Fellows over Nia Holmes and Helen Benjamin. Erica Fellows gets the win. That's right, she has 3 wins now. That's how the rest of the season will keep it up for Erica Fellows in the only one. Back in the bid, do not go away. Alright, Paul, let's do one more race for this portion, and then we'll have our break for Friday night. Alright, race number 4 will feature Sasha Gisborough, Marissa Heater, the wife of Al Heenan Sr., and Christian Jacobs. Let's see who will come on top in this race. So, without further ado, we start the race. Alright, so Sasha, Marissa, and Kristen are up next for the women's division portion of Week 21's action here at Bismarck, North Dakota. And the fans are surely loving the divas no matter where they are or no matter where they go in the USA. Right on the 3 divas are going to eat the food. And there goes Sasha Gisborough. She's going to have command up in front. Christian Jacobs is right on her tail in second place, ahead of Marissa Heater, who is currently in third. And it looks like Sasha Gisborough is heading for the water. And so is Christian Jacobs. As the first superstar against Divas is Marissa Heater, the wife of Al Heenan Sr. She's also heading for the water. And look at this! Christian Jacobs! Unbelievable! She took a shortcut! All 3 of them were in the water, but it's Christian Jacobs who paid off his shortcut strategy. Unbelievable effort as Sasha Gisborough will take speed race number 2 of this race, catching up to Marissa Heater in battle for second place. Right now it is numbers 2 and 6 who are getting left behind in the competition all the way and back. But the next speed race is going to be made by Marissa Heater. That makes her second speed race of the race, trying to catch up to Sasha Gisborough for second. Christian Jacobs has a commanding lead over her opponents right now. She's going to approach the wall, trying to maintain her huge lead as she gets closer to the home stretch. And number 2 gets some help. He's trying desperately to get back in this one. Meanwhile, Sasha Gisborough is trying to hold off Marissa Heater in the battle for second place. I don't think Sasha Gisborough or Marissa Heater will be able to catch up to Christian Jacobs in time. Christian Jacobs is going to have a blowout victory here, folks. Back to number 2, and he can still trying to desperately get back in this one. He needs some more help. Will he get some more help? We'll find out soon enough. And back in front, it looks like Christian Jacobs is safely at the home stretch with no of his opponents worried about. And who we'll get to the next one is number 1, who leads number 6 in the dust. And right now, numbers 2 and 8 are getting left behind in the competition all the way back. Poor number 2 and 8 are climbing out of the wall, trying desperately to get back in this one for the G-Life. As number 7 would have had the next command US, but Christian Jacobs gets to the finish line in time. Number 8 is Gomez, and number 7 was prevented from getting a speed bus. Oh, but he was still dominating over the lead on 4 points of a Chao. As number 6 is better to close out his speed bus. Looks like Sasha Gisborough will come in second, and Marissa Heater will have to settle for third place. So it is Christian Jacobs, who is now back up to 500 after slumping for a while. That's why she's back at the 500 mark, and will present the Saturday portion of a women's mission races after we hear a word from this. And we are back with the final portion of Week 21's action. Now it's time for our 4 Saturday taping races, and Paul's going to tell us all about this first race. Alright, first up for our Saturday's taping, race number 5, we have Tiffany Anderson, Olivia Fortin, and Dulcie Harrison. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race. Here we go. And there goes the next 3 divas busting down the line as we begin the final portion of Week 21's action here in Bismarck, North Dakota. It's really an Arctic blast here, but I'm sure everyone is feel warm. In fact, they serve hot chocolate in the snack machine in their attendance today. I'm sure of that. Right now it is Olivia Fortin who have come in on the way up in the front. And it looks like numbers 1 they are the rest. And number 2 is Dancing to the Beat all the way back. As Olivia Fortin, who flies down to the water, takes the opening toss. That will give a lot of command to Royal Rumble. I think she should have the lead over the competition. And number 2 is Quarterback, so he's going to be way behind in the competition all the way in the back. As Divas number 2 in this race, we're made by number 7, who leads number 2 in the dust over at the bridges. Right now it is Olivia Fortin, last year's 4th place participant, make his way to the top of the hill with no opponents to spare over the competition as of yet. We're approaching the 1 minute mark of this exciting race as we have back into number 7, and I do believe that will help him get back in this one. I'm pretty sure of that. Meanwhile, number 2 is getting all alone in last place behind the pack. But I don't think he'll get Speedbus for a while. Who will get in the next command Speedbus? It is going to be Dulcie Harrison who gets in, coming in 2nd place behind our leader, Olivia Fortin, who is approaching the wall of the Cowboy. I don't think Dulcie Harrison will have any chance to catch up at Olivia Fortin. Olivia Fortin is going to be 1 step closer towards her redemption for 2018. By the way, looks at it. Next place belongs to number 6, who desperately needs to catching up every now and then. Point number 2 is getting all alone still. He really needs to get a lot of speed if he wants to get back in this one, but it's Tiffany Anderson who gets the next command speed, and that didn't help a lot at all. And back by front, Olivia Fortin is safely ahead of Dulcie Harrison. Looks like Olivia Fortin is going to celebrate another easy victory in her 2018 redemption one. As number 1, who leads Tiffany Anderson at number 2 in the dust, takes the next command speed, and look at that. He's going to move out to 4th place because number 6 is Gorbass. And right now, number 2 is getting left behind the competition. And Tiffany Anderson is in position for 1. Well, there's always next time for her. As number 1 takes back-to-back speed bus, you can tell it went up for Olivia Fortin. Another step closer towards her 2018 redemption. And it looks like Dulcie Harrison will come in 2nd place. As number 2, who desperately needs catching up every now and then, takes the next command speed bus. And Tiffany Anderson has no hope for surviving whatsoever. As number 2 is better to close this one out with back-to-back speedruns, which makes it 2 in a row by 2 in a row for number 1 and number 2 respectively. And Olivia Fortin can celebrate another easy victory. That's right, she might have another chance to win the Women's Division Championship this year, and there's more something coming up. Do not go away! So folks, that was race number 5 today. Who do we have for race number 6 now? Race number 6 will feature Jessica Claymore, Sarah Granberry, last year's runner-up, and Brianna Simon, who's tried desperately to get back in the game after a couple of tough losses early on in the race. Let's see who will get the win this week. Please start the race! Alright, so each of these 3 divas will try desperately to rebound from their tough losses last week. As they make their way towards apologies, the fans really need their help so that they can win towards at least coming back next season for 2018. And right now they're going to eat the food, and it looks like Jessica Claymore is dancing to the beat. That means Sarah Granberry and Brianna Simon will come in all the way up in the front. But here comes Jessica Claymore with the opening toss. Now trying desperately to get back in this one. And it looks like number 7 is going to rest, so he's going to be all alone in last place behind the pack. Number 2 also really needs to get back in this one. And I mean now. And it looks like he is going to get speed bus number 2 in this race for number 2. And guess who took a shortcut? It's Jessica Claymore after being left behind by Sarah Granberry and Brianna Simon at the start. Jessica Claymore now has command on the lead thanks to that shortcut. She's pumping up the party now, folks. Looks like she might be back on track towards coming back next season. We'll soon know. As number 1, who dominates over the 5 to Chao, takes the next SPS. Number 2 is getting left behind in the competition. But guess who is really way behind as we pass the 1 minute mark? It's number 7. He is all alone last place behind the pack. But let's head back to number 1, as he now catches up to Sarah Granberry, and we are some in about for 2nd place on the pack. Meanwhile, Jessica Claymore is safely ahead of her two opponents right now. Can Sarah Grandma or Rhea Ripley make a miracle comeback? We'll find out soon enough. Next just belongs to number 6, and he's going to try and get some attention here. Right now, point number 2 and point number 7 are battling for life. They both really need some speed rush, and I mean now. But I do believe the next speed rush is going to be made by Sarah Grandma. Last year's runner-up. And he doesn't need a good rest, but I do believe Jessica Claymore is going to hold on to an easy victory over Rhea Simon. Come on. Yep. Jessica Claymore is gone, ladies and gentlemen. That's the next BS we made by number 1. He continues to dominate over the fight to Chao, and that makes his first BS of the race as Jessica Claymore pumps up the party over Rhea Simon. Jessica's back on track for his coming back next season. Numbers 2 and 7 are getting left behind like always. As number 6 will close up the BS race. That makes his next BS race. Rhea Simon will come second, and Sarah Grandma will have to settle for 3rd place. So, Jessica Claymore now has 2 wins in her 2017 season. That's right, she's starting to get back on track, and we'll be back for more exciting action after this, so stay tuned. Alright, just a couple more races left for the women's division play. That's right, the first event for race number 7 will feature Veronica Howard, Andrea Lewis, and Trisha Davidson. Congratulations to Veronica Howard for winning her race last week. Let's see if she can do it again this week. So, the playoffs are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock. And let's rock this place. Here we go. Let's see if Veronica Howard can get another easy victory over the competition right now. By the way, a win by Veronica Howard will make her at 500 mark at 4-4 in her 2017 season. Let's see what happens here. And the 3 Chao are going to eat the fruit. And it looks like Trisha Davidson is going to have command of the lead because the other 2 Chao, Veronica Howard and Andrea Lewis, are both dancing to the beat. And who will get the only toss for this race? It's number 2. That's who. Trying to catch up to Trisha Davidson and one of the other 2 Chao in pack. Right now it's numbers 1 and 8. We're getting left behind all the way in the back of the pack. Let's see which ones are heading for water. It looks like they'll both be heading for the water. As speed bus number 2 in this race will be made by none other than Veronica Howard. And it looks like number 6 is going to rest, so he's going to be left behind competition. Veronica Howard now has command on the lead over Andre Lewis after Trisha Davidson led for a while. Number 8 is getting left behind in competition along with number 7 all the way in the back. We are approaching the 1 minute mark as number 8, who leaves number 7 left behind and doesn't want to fall in the water, but he survived, takes the next command BS. Right now it is Veronica Howard, who has a commanding lead. He was way behind for a while by Trisha Davidson, but now she has a dominating lead over Trisha Davidson and the Cameron. And look at this, she is going to have the next command speed bus. That makes her 2nd speed bus of the race. And now she can kiss Trisha Davidson bye-bye as Trisha Davidson continues to fight for dear life in 2nd place. And down she goes. That's going to cause a serious damage. Next BS belongs to number 7, who's also trying to catch up in hurry. Right now it is number 8, who is getting all the last place behind the pack. As the Chao make their way towards the wall, I do believe it could be Trisha Davidson who will get another turn. Yep, Trisha Davidson there another turn. That makes her 2nd BS race. She can kiss the yellow Chao goodbye. Right now it is Veronica Howard trying to wrap things up in the wave front. Doing a pretty good job holding on Trisha Davidson for the leading Cameron. As the next BS will be made by Andrea Lewis, who's trying desperately to get them back in a hurry. I think she's going to want it in 3rd place. Veronica Howard has this race all up done, ladies and gentlemen. Veronica Howard gets another easy victory over Trisha Davidson and Andrea Lewis. Great job. As number 2 will cross on the speeders, and numbers 1 and 8 are battling for D-line all the way back. So with that win, Veronica Howard is now at the 500 mark at 4 wins and 4 losses. That's right, Paul 4 and 4. And we'll present the last race in just a few moments, but first let's hear a word from this. all I call that 7 all because I am really cold out there. Yep, I'm really cold too. Anyway, race number 8 will feature Sam McDonald, Sydney Newton, and Betsy Hill. Sydney Newton got the job done last week, and she improved to 5-2. Let's see if she can improve to 6-2 this week. Best of luck to the 3 remaining divas, and please start the race! And I really need some hot chocolate. But anyway, there goes the last 3 divas pressing down the line, and number 2 is score rest. All over number 8. So these 2 challenges are going to be left behind in the competition all the way in back. The 3 divas are approaching the palm trees. I hope everyone's following up because it's an Arctic blast in Bismarck, North Dakota, and I'm pretty sure Chao was in the Arctic blast too. Anyway, who will have command, I believe? It's going to be Sydney Newton who will have command, I believe. The other 2 are dancing to the beat, so Sydney has full control of this match. As the first superstar gets beat is number 2, who is way behind the competition. After taking it out for a while, now she's trying desperately to get back at this one. Betsy Hill and number 8 are also getting left behind in the competition as they fight for dear life all the way in the back of the pack. And who has Divas number 2 in this race? It's going to be made by Sydney Newton, who's trying to catch up to Sam McDonald. But look who took a shortcut! It's number 2! Unbelievable effort. After she was way behind in the competition, she moved all the way to first place. What a deal by number 2. As Sam McDonald, who's trying to defend the best position over Sydney Newton, takes the next command because meanwhile, number 8 is getting left behind in the competition all the way back. As he comes to 1 minute on sideways, he's going to need a couple of speedruns if he wants to get back in this one. And this is the first of them, but I think that's all he's going to get for a while. Anyway, back up in the bottom, it looks like Sam McDonald and Sydney Newton are trying to battle out to find out which one would be the better of those 2 Chao. And it looks like number 1 is trying to spoil the party with the next command us. Look at that! He took away 2nd place from Sydney Newton and Sam McDonald and Hurry. But Sydney Newton should be an exciting climber. Yep, there she goes. Next Pierce walks to Betsy Hill, who's trying desperately to get back in this one. And look at that. She's going to move out a couple places because she's trying desperately. And it looks like number 2 is at the home stretch trying to defend the lead over the pack of the come on. As number 1 takes the next command Pierce, leaving Betsy Hill and number 7 and 8 in the dust. And Betsy Hill and number 8 are both going rest. So these 2 Chao are going to be left behind in the competition all the way in back. Not a chance. As Betsy Hill will have the next command Pierce, leaving number 8 in dust. Number 2 is going to want first place, and it looks like Sydney Newton is going to hold off Sam McDonald for another easy victory. She's still going to be in the 3-way tie for the best records this week. Sydney Newton holds off Sam McDonald to secure an easy victory. Another 5 with my Sydney Newton. She's now at 6-2. She still has the best record in the 3-way tie, as a matter of fact, as number 1 took the next command to us. And we have just enough time for one last Divas of Week 1 action, and we made by Betsy Hill. That makes us like a Divas race, but it's Sydney Newton with 2nd place over Sam McDonald, who gets the victory. That's right, and we'll present the closing messages after we hear word from this. Yeah, so like we said, we had to bundle up, so we hope you bundle up too. But we'll see you next time, and be sure to check out all the exciting action. Keep on smiling, and so long, everybody! Thank you for joining us this week with Bismarck, North Dakota. This is Paul signing off. See you next week for more exciting action here on Chao is saying.